What's up, YouTube? It's your white-looking Native American friend Tyrone. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys stop by my Twitch channel and drop a follow. We'll be playing more Call of Duty, Pokemon Let's Go, Fortnite, some Super Smash Bros, all that good stuff. And the channel is just twitch.tv/OhNoTyrone. Also, while you're down there, make sure you vote on the giveaway using the straw poll link down in the description. Once we decide on our first giveaway, we'll be doing monthly giveaways from here on out. Now for today's video, we have what I believe are the top 5 guns in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer. Now this is just my opinion, and it's based off of the many hours I put into this game and what I feel are the most comfortable feeling weapons, so this isn't strictly a time to kill list. So I think I have the ability to express my opinion and be educated about this simply because I have completed the diamond combo for every single gun in the game, and so I have dark matter unlocked. Just a side note, this top 5 list will not include any of the new weapons, since I know that a lot of people don't have those unlocked quite yet. But we will do another top 5 with those new weapons included later on. Also, this top 5 list will not be a class setup video, although I may give a few attachments that are necessary for some of these guns. But if you would like to see some best class setups, make sure to stay to the end of the video, and you will see in the outro there's a link to one of the class setups for these top 5 guns. So I'll be posting some more videos on how to increase your kill to death ratio, how to increase your accuracy, how to get dark matter extremely easy. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're subbed to the channel with those bell notifications turned on, that way you never miss an upload. So without further ado, let's get into the top 5. For our first weapon, we're going to go with the SAUG 9mm. Now this submachine gun is one of the only submachine guns that I think are a viable option to compete against other guns in this Call of Duty. The Spitfire could be another, but to me the recoil on the Spitfire is just absolutely insane, and I personally have a hard time controlling it. The SAUG on the other hand has a similar fire rate, but to me it's just much easier to control the recoil. Now just a heads up, for the stats that I'm going to be using in this video, I will be using Drifter's in-depth episodes on his YouTube channel, so make sure to check the description for his channel and check out those episodes of in-depth. He has a lot of really great information, and yeah, make sure you check him out. So the SAUG has a damage profile. It ranges from 28 up close, and it goes down to 24, 21, and then lastly 18 at the furthest ranges. And since this Call of Duty has 150 health, that makes this gun a 6 to 9 shot kill weapon, which is typical for most submachine guns in Black Ops 4. The rate of fire for this weapon is just under 900 rounds per minute. However, with the operator mod, which is why this gun is definitely making our top 5 list, that number becomes an insane combined 1800 rounds per minute, which is about 400 faster than the Spitfire with the Wildfire operator mod attached. So up close, the operator mod on the SAUG 9mm is extremely insane. It just shreds. So this gun is definitely meant for close range engagements, but like I said, with the easier recoil, you can still get some decent kills at medium to long ranges as long as you're hitting your shots. So one of the negatives about this gun is how fast you go through magazines. So for me, I think it's hard to get 2 to 3 kills consistently without having to reload. So you're reloading constantly with this weapon, so that's kind of an issue. So if you're an aggressive player and you like getting in the mix with a bunch of enemies around, I would recommend running a combination of either fast mags alone or fast mags 1 and 2. There's an upgrade to the 2 attachment on this. The ADS time of this gun already feels great without quick draw, so I tend to not run that attachment, and I think this submachine gun is the best sub in the game in my opinion, and overall it just feels the best. The Spitfire, like I said, shoots faster than the base SAUG, so up close you might get beat by the Spitfire, but like I said, that increased recoil is just not worth it in my opinion, and that is why the SAUG, in my opinion, is overall a better weapon, and that's why it's coming in at number 5. So now to the number 4 weapon. It's the ICR-7. So this assault rifle is the first assault rifle that you unlock in multiplayer, and it comes in at number 4, not because of its time to kill, but because it is an absolute laser, and it is extremely easy to use. If you've noticed, it can turn the noobiest of players into absolute laser shooting gods. This gun has a damage profile of 37 at close range or 29 at distance, meaning it will take 5 or 6 shots to kill. But headshots will decrease your shots to kill at both of those damage profiles, which isn't the case for guns like the SAUG. Now one negative is that this gun shoots relatively slow at just 600 rounds per minute, so this gun technically has a slow time to kill and is actually the slowest of all assault rifles. However, what this gun lacks in its rounds per minute and its time to kill, this gun completely makes up for with its superior range and its laser accuracy with that Grip 2 attachment. So one thing to note, with time to kill calculations, accuracy is not really accounted for. It's kind of assuming that you're going to hit all your shots. So unless you're completely accurate, the time to kill calculations and numbers that you're seeing, they're not really realistic. So that is why the ICR is so great in my opinion, just because it is so accurate and so easy to use. So again, if you're going to use the ICR, make sure you're running grip 2. You will have almost no recoil and almost no flinch. So if you want a gun that you can unlock immediately, is extremely easy to use, and is a complete laser with that grip 2 attachment, the ICR is a gun for you. Now coming in at number 3 is the Titan LMG. The Titan LMG is a gun you see a lot of people use in public matches. Its damage is a consistent 46 at all ranges, so that makes it a 4-shot to kill at all ranges. The rate of fire for this weapon is pretty slow, but it's average for the light machine guns in Black Ops 4. It's at 480 rounds per minute. The Titan LMG has a very, very good time to kill as long as you're hitting your shots. But this gun really shines at long ranges. Since there's no damage drop-offs, and with a magazine size of 75, you can get multiple kills without having to reload, which I personally think is extremely important. The recoil again is extremely low, just like the ICR, except it has a little bit more kick and it isn't quite a laser like the ICR is. Unfortunately, the ADS time is pretty slow for this gun. But since this is an LMG, you shouldn't necessarily be running and gunning. However, if you do use the quick draw attachment, it definitely reduces the ADS time, and I haven't had any issues playing aggressive with it. So apart from the long reload time, this gun doesn't really feel like you're carrying a huge, heavy LMG. It feels great, especially when using stock and quick draw. So that is why I love this weapon. Ultimately, this gun comes in at number 3 for me because it is easy to use, has that huge magazine size, allowing for multiple kills without reloading. It's very consistent with 4 shots to kill at all ranges, and it doesn't feel heavy and clunky as long as you're running the right attachments. And to me, it's worth noting that this gun is banned and competitive, so that should just tell you how good this gun really is. So the Rampart comes in at number 2 on this list, and it is a damage dealing machine, especially for an assault rifle. The base damage profile is 46 at close ranges and 37 at long range, making this gun a 4 to 5 shot kill gun. Also, headshots on this weapon are always important. A headshot will give you 1 less shot to kill at all ranges. Now I'm sure all of this sounds great, right? Well, it gets even better. So with this weapon, you can equip high caliber 1 and high caliber 2, which will increase your headshot damage, but it will also spread that headshot multiplier to the neck and upper chest, meaning that this gun changes to 59 damage up close as long as you're hitting the upper chest and above, turning this gun into a monster 3-shot kill weapon. Again, with 150 health in this Call of Duty, 3-shot kill weapons are extremely hard to come by, so this is extremely great, especially for an assault rifle. Now with all this massive damage output, there are some negatives. The fire rate for the Rampart is approximately 520 rounds per minute, which is the slowest in the assault rifle class, and the base time to kill is pretty slow. However, like I said, if you use high caliber 2, that Rampart actually goes up to the fastest time to kill in the entire assault rifle class. Also, the recoil is extremely high. However, if you can learn to control it, I think the damage definitely makes up for it. Lastly, the ADS time is somewhat slow, and the quick draw attachment is not available for this weapon, so that is why this is coming in at number 2, mainly because there's no quick draw. So for me, it is imperative to use the gung ho attachment. So in my opinion, this is one of the best guns in the game, especially at medium ranges where I tend to take most of my gunfights, and with that massive damage output, it's hard to pass up on this weapon, and that's why it comes in at number 2. Finally, the number 1 gun on this list, in my opinion, and the number 1 gun in multiplayer for Black Ops 4 is the MADDOX. The damage output is either 32 or 27, meaning that this gun is a 5 to 6 shot kill weapon, but usually kills in 6 shots. This weapon also has a great rate of fire at 720 rounds per minute, and this gun has the fastest base time to kill above all other assault rifles, and most of the submachine guns. And that is why a lot of the pro players use this weapon. However, since this gun doesn't have rapid fire or high caliber, other guns like the Rampart with high caliber 2 can outcompete it with those attachments equipped. Now the recoil on this weapon is pretty low, and the recoil is mostly vertical, so I have had a very easy time controlling it. And this weapon also has great hip fire, which is extremely important in close range fights, especially against submachine guns. This weapon also has Quick Draw 1 and 2 available to significantly decrease the ADS time. Quick Draw 2 also increases your peripheral vision. However, it also does some kind of interesting and weird things, so make sure you stay tuned for my class setup for the MADDOX, and I'll give you guys that little kind of secret. So this gun for me comes in at number 1. because I love weapons that I can just run around with and be super aggressive. And this gun excels at close ranges against submachine guns, but I also like being able to slow down maybe when I'm close to streaks and play medium to long range gunfights where this weapon still does really well. With 40 rounds in each magazine, an easy to control recoil, really good hip fire, this gun just feels great in almost every situation and has a chance to compete in almost every situation. The only big downside to me is gunfights at extremely long ranges where guns like the ICR or the Titan can definitely outcompete you. So that is my top 5 weapons to use in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Please make sure to leave a comment, let me know what you guys think the top 5 guns are in Black Ops 4 in your opinion, and maybe what I got wrong or right. I read and respond to every single comment, and if you don't believe me, go and look for yourself. Just look down below, you'll see that I really try to respond to every single comment. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed or if it helped you out at all. It takes less than a second to hit that thumbs up and it really helps out the channel. So let's try and get at least over 100 likes for this video. Make sure to stick around for that class setup in the outro, and with that, we'll see you guys next time.